That is right.
Uh,
Hello, hello, hello. Today is Wednesday. Um, I want to talk about on this What's Up Wednesday. I don't know if I'm want to do that though, but we're just testing the water, see how it goes. I want to talk about accountability today. So, what I've made aware is that people do not want to hold themselves accountable for anything. They will do as much as they can to try to derail from that situation, and whatever the situation may be. Because the thing is that when you hold someone accountable, they have to own up to that at the end of the day. They have to own up to that. So um, holding the people accountable, holding yourself accountable for your actions, because if you're allowing someone to treat you a certain way, you have to own up to that, right? We can't set different standards for different people and how we want to be treated. On one spectrum, you allow people either you know relationships, spouse, work, anything really. You set the standard for a certain type of people to treat you a certain type of way, and then you have another standard for people to treat you a certain type of way. Now, the way that these people may treat you, or the way that you allow them to treat you, you've set that standard for that particular person or people or persons, and then you have different type of standards for other people. My thing is that why are the standards so shifted? Why is it okay for a certain set of group of people to you allow to treat you one way, but then it's not okay for another certain people to treat you allow? Either way it goes, it's toxic and it's disrespectful on either side of the spectrum. It shouldn't really matter who that person is. Um, you know, I don't think that really matters. So, what I mean by holding someone accountable, if someone has done something wrong to you, and I'm a firm believer that, healing is not for the other person, it's for yourself. So, if someone has done something that has harmed you or has, done you wrong or something that you were initially hurt by, as an individual, I believe that it is my I need to hold myself accountable for that, because if I'm not able to move on from that, then I can't grow from that situation. I can't allow that it's okay for that person to treat me some certain type of way, and I don't and I'm okay with it, but then if someone comes over here and does the exact same thing that this person does, I'm okay with it, or I'm not okay with it. But you can't set different standards for different people based off of how you want to be treated. So if I tell you something, and I'm being honest with you, and to start the healing process, to start that healing process and start that journey for me, because like I said, forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for yourself. And you can't acknowledge that you hurt me, or that the hurt was there, then that person is definitely not ready to heal and move on and progress and in their healing stages, and that's okay. Don't be upset with that. Everybody's not on the same time length or time wave. I'm in a different type of time, and I get that, and everybody's not on that same timeline as you. So you can't be upset when that person doesn't take accountability for their actions and accountability for them hurting you. I'm not gonna address a situation that I feel is not gonna have my best interests. And you can call me selfish or whatever, but at the end of the day, I'm addressing the situation because I'm hoping that you will understand how I was hurt in the process, and I hope that you would take accountability for that. Whether it's saying, you know what, I'm sorry, I didn't know that it hurt you like that, or I didn't know it had such an impact on you. that's typically all people are looking for, is someone to take accountability for their actions. So if someone doesn't take accountability for their actions, if they hurt you or they did something wrong to you, that person doesn't care. I don't care what you say. That person doesn't care about you. That person doesn't have enough, um what is the word I'm looking for? I don't feel that that person has your best interests in heart. I don't, because if you can't, whether it's BS or not, the simple fact that is that I told you how I felt, and I told you you did something that hurt me, and I just want you to take that into accountability. And if that person can't do that, then that person will never be able to do that. You'll never get what you're looking for from that person. Whether it is just having them own up to what they did, whether it's them having just to say sorry. The fact is, if they can't even acknowledge it, come on now. If you can't acknowledge it and you just veer off and just like completely just start talking about something else after I've poured my heart out to you and let you know how hurt I was by a certain situation. If they're not willing to acknowledge the situation, they're not going to do that. And that says to me, that says a lot about that person's character. And that's because they're still hurting, right? Hurt people. Absolutely, hurt people. Yeah, they do. Because that's all they know is hurt. So it's like when a person has been hurt so much, it's they don't even I don't know if they're aware of what they're actually doing, or whether they're hurting other people, because I think it's just so much of a norm to them that they don't compute that, oh, this is hurtful. Even when the person has brought it up to them, yeah, you hurt me. This was, this did something to me. You hurt me in this time, and in that situation. But the fact that if they're not going to be able to even acknowledge it, or even address it, or even take accountability for it, that says a lot about that person and their character. But then again, that person's also hurt, and that person is hurting, and that person has, has had to deal with whatever they've had to deal with. But at the end of the day, people have to start taking kind of accountability for their actions. I really truly feel like that's the only way people are going to be able to move forward and start building better relationships and better bridges with people, by just acknowledging the fact that you did something hurtful to someone, and just acknowledging that. That's all really people want you to do, is to be acknowledged and to be heard, and to know that you heard me. And if you heard me and you can acknowledge that the fact that you even heard what I said, that person is, they can't, some people can't do that. And that's sad to me. That is really sad to me, because if you took the time out, the thing is that if you took that specifically that time out to even say something to someone that has hurt you, that takes a lot of guts. That takes a lot of power. That takes a lot of truth. And it's something about someone forgiving someone for what they've done. But then the fact that that person doesn't take accountability or even acknowledge it, and you can still be like, oh, okay, that's fine. I'm okay. I did my part. I said what I had to say. I got that off my chest. I'm moving forward. That person is not ready to move forward, whether it be in life or whether it just be in a relationship with you. That person is not ready and willing to move forward. That person is not willing to take the chance and take a step to pursue a better relationship with you. It's just going to be a continuous toxic cycle. So you have to think, I'm a true firm believer, if I'm not getting anything out of this relationship. And I don't mean intimacy or a relationship between a man and a woman. I'm just talking about a relationship as humans. If we have a human connection and a relationship with each other, and I'm not gaining anything from this relationship, if it's not serving me a purpose, it's not bringing me any value, it's not showing me how to be a better person, then I have no use for it. And the fact that of the matter is, if you can't even acknowledge the fact that I have told you that you hurt me, and you can't acknowledge that, it's not a relationship that I want to be a part of, because now it's like, wow, wow. I'm starting to see the light, and I'm starting to see people for who they truly are. And it's not more so that I'm like running away from that. I want to know why. I'm like, I'm not. I want to. Why do you feel like this? Why do you feel like you don't have to? I want to know why. What? Because I want to know how we can get down to the root of the problem and how we can move forward. I'm on the path of moving forward, but it doesn't seem like you are. So why? Why is that? What is holding you back from moving forward and acknowledging that you've done something hurtful to somebody? Why don't you, like, what? Why don't you want to do that? Well, like I said, a lot of people aren't ready to heal. A lot of people aren't ready to move forward. A lot of people don't like change. A lot of people are just stuck in their ways, and it's sad. It's sad because you're not gonna elevate. God is not gonna bless you. The blessings are not gonna pour in. You're just gonna make things harder for yourself. And I'm at the point in my life where I'm tired of making things harder for myself. I no longer want to make things harder for myself. And by doing that, I have to start with the healing in myself. I have to start moving forward, and I have to start forgiving those people who hurt me. And that's a big thing to deal with. That's a lot of the reasons why a lot of people cannot move on, is because they can't deal with the hurt, and they can't deal with the pain, and they can't confront those who have hurt them and who have brought them pain. And then you deal with this thing 10, 20, 30 years, and you're still got this in the back of your mind, and you're still holding grudges, and you're being, ornery, and you're being mean, and you're being angry, and you're asking God, why me, why not you? Who are you? Who are you? Why not you? If not you, then who else? You're no different from anyone else that walks the surface of this earth. The only thing different about you is you chose to make that change and start the healing process. But if you don't make that change and start making that healing process, you're always going to be like, why me? Why me? Why me? Why not you? What are you doing to change your situation? What are you doing better to elevate yourself? What are you doing better to motivate yourself or motivate other people? What are you doing? You're focused. You're worried about the wrong thing. You're so focused on why not you? You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're not taking accountability for your actions and your choices. As we as humans, the only thing we have control over is our emotions. When you can't control your emotions, then you're out of control and you lose control. People don't know how to take control over their emotions, right? Let's take the feelings out of the equation. Let's just stick with the facts. Remove the feelings and let's stick with the facts. That's what I'm on. I want to remove the feelings, remove your emotions, and let's just stick to the hardcore truth facts. Let's get down to the root as to why you don't feel that you need to acknowledge a situation that you were part of, that engaged in hurting someone else. Because, like I said, I'm no longer going to allow people to strip me of my power. I'm done with that. I got 40 summers left, and I'm not wasting any more of my summers by allowing people to strip me of my power. And if that means I have to do an inventory on my life and figure out what I need to do to move forward and get me over the hump, if I got to talk to and say I'm sorry to every person that hurt me, then that's what I'm going to do. If that's going to move me forward and elevate me and help me to build a better relationship with myself and with God and those around me and my children and men and other women, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take, if I done something to someone that I'm unaware of, and you come at me and you tell, hey, Star, you know what? This happened, X, Y, and Z. This is how I felt about it. And, I'm going to acknowledge I had no idea. I'm sorry. I wasn't aware that I did that. I'm going to acknowledge that because it took a lot. It took a lot for that person to even say anything. It took a lot for me to acknowledge the hurt from people who hurt me. But that goes back to again, hurt people hurt people. They really do. And it's really sad that when people can't even acknowledge the hurt that they have put on people, that just shows you how deeply rooted that person is. But I'm not gonna dwell on that, and I'm gonna move forward. I'm gonna continue walking my path that I truly feel that God has for me. And like I said, if I have to sit here and chase down every person that I feel has done me wrong or that hurt me, then I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna get to the root of the problem. That's what I'm gonna do, and that's gonna be for me. It's not gonna be for anybody else. No one's no one's walking in these shoes, and no one's walking with these feet but me. No one's going through my daily life and my daily activities, and no one's feeling how I'm feeling. No one's doing that. It's me versus me, right? No one shows up for Star but Star, and that's okay with me because I don't have to deal with all the craziness and all the drama because I know what Star is about. I know that Star is gonna show up for Star every time. Every time. I'm going to show up for me. I'm not waiting for anyone to show up for me. As long as I know I'm gonna show up for me, I'm gonna do my part. God, the universe, God of the universe, my God of the universe is going to provide for me as He has always done. So I'm not waiting for anybody. I'm not looking for anybody. I'm not, um, waiting for someone to say, "Oh, sorry, I'm sorry." I don't need all that, honey. I don't need that. Because like I said, forgiveness is not for the other person. It's for me. So if I've done anybody harm or been hurtful towards anybody, please let me know. If I can be part of that journey in your healing process, I want to do that, right? I want to do that. I want to be a part of that. And whatever I can do to move you forward, to get you higher to an elevation or over that hump that's going to bring you closer to your God and whoever you serve as a higher purpose, let me do that. Let me be that. Let me be that for you, right? Because I can acknowledge when I've done someone wrong. I have no problem doing that. I promise you, I do not. And I would probably tell you right after it happened. Look, I know that was pretty messed up, but I, that's how I felt at the time, and I apologize. Yeah, I will always be the bigger person. Absolutely, because I don't want to hold on to that. I don't want to hold on to that crap. That crap will sit and stir and brew in your belly. It will make you look old and ugly, and it just tear you down and wear you down. And girl, bye. I'm not gonna do all that. I'm not gonna do that. It ain't on me. It's in me. It's a difference. It ain't on me. It's in me. So I just say this to say that be aware of those people that don't take accountability for their actions. Don't, if you're looking to, start your healing process and start your healing journey, you can't be worried about what someone else is going to say or what someone else is going to think or how they're going to react based off of what you tell them. Because when you tell someone that, I'm hurt, you hurt me, you broke me, that situation broke me, it hurt me. If they can't acknowledge that, then don't do it for the acceptance of them acknowledging that, because 9 times out of 10 they're not going to, because they don't care. And I want people to understand that, like, half of the time they don't care. They don't care. Why? Because hurt people. You know what they're going to convert. Well, you said this and you said that. Okay, well, let's talk about it then. Well, if I said this and I said that and that hurt you, then I'm sorry. And then they still don't say nothing. Girl, bye. You looking for something you ain't gonna get. So I don't go in with the intentions of when I say I want to say something to somebody based off of what the situation was and how I felt. I'm not going with the intention that, oh, this person's gonna say they're sorry, they're gonna say that they love me, we're gonna move. I'm not going in there with that. My intention is to start my healing process with this situation that we had. If you can take something from it, let God be the glory. But if you can't, that's on you. I did what I was supposed to do for myself. And I can't, you don't take nothing from it, you can't even acknowledge it. That's fine, honey. Uh, the boundary in the relationship is going to continue to stay the same. It's not going to progress. It's going to be what it's going to be. And I'm not going to press that because I know where we stand now. I know where that boundary is between us. And that goes back to the standards. People got different standards for different people. My standards is with everybody. If you treat me and act towards a certain way with me, I'm gonna set that boundary with you. You don't cross that boundary because I've set that boundary way in the beginning. And that goes for anybody: man, woman, child, dog, cat, ant. I don't care who you are. If you treat me a certain way and you talk to me a certain way and you don't, acknowledge your behavior that I felt hurt me, you don't care. And this relationship serves me no bearing. It serves me no value. I have no use for it. I'm gonna keep you at a distance. I'm gonna set that boundary with you. That way you know where I'm coming from. And there's just certain things that I will not, uh, uh, you know, come to you about or talk to you about because I don't believe you have my best interest at heart. And that's okay. I'm gonna be honest with you, you are going to lose a lot of people in your life when you start setting boundaries with them. It's lonely at the top, but it's all right. It's okay, right? Because I'm at the top looking down. I'm at the top looking over. I'm over that hump. I'm at the top and I'm looking down because I know my elevation is rising me to the top. So you're right. We on a different time. I'm on a different type of time, honey. I'm on a different type of time. So I say this to say that don't forgiveness is for you. It's not for the other person. If that person is not gonna acknowledge the fact that you hurt them, don't be upset with them. You just set that boundary. You just set that boundary and you rock and you move the way you're supposed to. Because when you God's child, you can move alone. And I'm okay with that because I'm alone, but I'm not alone. You know what I'm saying? it, it may look, the outer appearance may look like I'm alone, but I'm not alone. When I look good, I feel good. When I look good, then that's how you know it ain't on me, it's in me. You know what I'm saying? When I look good, I make God look good. And everybody asks you, oh my gosh, you're looking good. What's your secret, God? What's yours? What you doing? How you doing? Oh, okay. So it's like It ain't on me, it's in me. And I'm 10 toes down in this. So I say this to say that just forgive those who are less forgiving. You know, God is a loving God and a forgiving God, and so am I. So, have a great day. It's Wednesday. We're almost over the hump, but you know, every day is a brand new day to be better and better. Being better every day in every way makes me better and better. And it will make you better to start forgiving those that have hurt you so you can start your healing process and so you can start the journey so God can elevate you and give you what you're supposed to have. You're still in the developing phases. You're still in the what does it say, the transformation stages, right? So in order to develop God's not going to give you what you're supposed to have right now because you're not fully developed as of yet. You wanna be fully developed and equipped for what He has for you. And that's all this healing and journey and process is for you to be better equipped with what He's getting ready to bless you with. And that's all I'm doing. I'm trying to make sure that I am fully equipped and that I possess and have everything I need to continue fighting this battle. Because when greatness and success and everything is on the line, I guarantee you that you got to be healed to accept the blessings. Everybody want to put in the work. Don't nobody want to put in the work, but everybody want to get the blessings. Don't nobody want to do all this, but they want to get all that. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. It's not gonna work like that. So in order to get here, you got to start here. You got to start somewhere. And like I said, forgiveness is not for you. No, excuse me. Forgiveness is for you. It's not for the other person. You forgive that person and you move on and you let it go. You don't continue to dwell on it. You don't keep bringing it up because if you do, you haven't let it go. You're going to keep dwelling on a situation that is not working. Just let it go. Let God. Love on yourself. Love on those who love you. And set boundaries. And set boundaries for those who don't. So, have a great day. Thank you for your time. Bye.